did. I could try to come out this weekend. And he said, I'll stay home. He said, especially cold is going to be bad. I said, well, he said he was going to be bad.
Yeah, here's a picture that you can have of us. I don't,
Yeah, that's a very good.
heater going, huh? Cool.
Picture of it, but not since I set that tree out.
Growed up, huh? That's a big tree.
Yeah. My sister lives in Jacksonville. Here we come up at the end of the grapevine. She called me one day and
You get one way further back, you know.
asked me if I wanted a cedar tree. I said, well, you don't have that.
Cedar tree in it too, sort of.
Okay. She said, yeah, good.
Hey, well, you need to move.
Okay.
Granny Boree, 92 years old, huh? 92?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a certain amount of buildings, 3 or 4 buildings, and have to have so many acres of land cleared. So we had 12 acres, it only called for 10, but we had 12 whenever we proved it up and got the deeds to it. Then this company that's got these fines in here, they tried to buy us out, but I told them, no, Hank. I said, I don't own their penny on it, and I said, I ain't selling my home.
That's right.
They done everything they could to get us to sell out to them. And I reckon they'd put all of it in trees then, the whole 80 acres.
Boy, oh boy.
I don't think May wanted to come back here and live. Is the reason that she got rid of that she had the 15 acres she had. Now Betty's got them.
She like coming to see you though, don't she?
Sandra.
Yeah.
Sandra, what you doing? Don't.
What you doing, son?
Betty's picture.
Yeah, May gave us a picture like that. We've got that same picture.
Huh?
We've got that same picture at our house. May gave it to us. She sent us a picture of what's her name? Betty.
Some of them went and knocked it down and broke it. I think it's 2 boys that come here with their mom. one day, and I didn't know it. And Elsie told me that she tried to get me a note that she could think of it. I got a bunch of the pictures in here now.
Is that Nathan? Is that Nathan up there?
No, that's his brother.
Oh.
The rest of them's all over here.
Uh-huh.
This was me and her boy.
Is this you?
Yeah, that was me and my husband.
Oh.
And this is Livy's children here.
Uh-huh.
And this is one of Leela's grandchildren.
Uh-huh.
Her son, dears, my nieces. And that's her mother right there. And I got the one that's good, but I said he's poor.
I'll get those back for you. Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty girl.
We were married in 19 and 18. And about a month after we got married, that picture was made. Hoover's did start take that picture.
Oh. Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah,
Can I? Okay.
just take the picture of the whole thing if you want
Okay,
to.
I will. Okay. Let me put it. Get taller. Oh.
What did you and Aunt May do while she was down?
Huh?
What did you and Aunt May do while she come down this time? Did y'all do anything?
Who's you be?
No, Aunt May. May?
He was going to that church in Jacksonville,
Oh.
in Georgia, I mean. That's the reason he told me that he'd see Caddy and leave you there.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, they don't like to be on the camera. They're kind of shy, but it's, you know, it'd be nice to have the videos.
Look back on later.
Can you think of anything Grandpa used to do that was kind of funny or something you can remember real good? I know my other grandpa, people said he used to always, you know, tell people do no wrong and have no fear. You know, that was one of his famous sayings. You know.
Uh-oh.
What they got?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Away from this mama.
Uh-oh, that mama chicken gonna come get you. That's her baby.
She won't, the mother hen won't kill him now, will she?
Huh?
Said the mother hen won't hurt the baby now, will she?
No.
Go put her back.
She wanted to gracious she hadn't have found him.
Yeah. Watch out for that mother hen. She might get you.
That little Dennis the Menace is always into something mischief.
I think there's two of them got babies. A black hen and a red looking one. Oh, I bet you she went into that other part there and he cooked that bitty before he got in there. She might have got on to it. Because they'll fight for their babies.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's right. a lot of times they don't get the good close-ups and get to hear you really talking. You know, that's what I enjoy when I watch videos is close-ups, especially the kids, you know, and stuff. I like to, but it's hard to get them to say anything when I got the video going.
Edward's first wife quit him, and he had 2 daughters. And then he married a woman that had some children, and her oldest son is a preacher. And him and her had 1 boy, and that thing's run straight up like a martin pole.
He's tall, huh?
Yes, sir. Boy, he went on up there, too. I told Edward, I says, he was tall as your daddy was. But I says, you ain't quite that tall. He said, no. But he has a crew of men that picking oranges all the time. When orange season comes in, that's whenever he makes his money. And if they get frozen, they pick them just the same, and they carry them to the canner, and they squeeze the juice out, can it up for the schools. Because the juice ain't hurt.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
I wonder if them kids are going down when them chickens is that.
But they're the best things in life, that's for sure.
I believe they did have him 2 hogs in the pen out there, but they killed them. Yesterday, I believe it was. Thursday. And they got a whole can of lard and over out of just them 2 hogs fat.
Darn.
Yeah, you see them blooms is killed?
What happened to them?
Frost must have did it, huh?
Did the frost get them?
Huh?
Did the cold get them?
They're shed off.
Or
And
did they
just
bloom?
Put on some more.
Did they bloom already?
Yeah,
They pretty, I bet.
more than that to it, yeah.
Yeah. I love that kind of tree.
Them supposed to grow that tree like that in vines. But I saw
You got a piece coming up out of that tree there.
that was a camphor tree there,
Really?
and the cold killed it. We set that out when we first moved here.
Mm.
That's where we got the oaks and everything grubbed up out of the yard.
That's a
You
big
couldn't
tree.
see nobody here at the house. Folks,
Really?
they hadn't cleared no land or nothing. We paid that man $150 to get him out of possession. He hadn't even drove a pump nor well nor nothing here.
Gonna give Granny a hug? Give her a little sugar. You know, say that's if it wasn't for Granny, we wouldn't be here, would we? Nope, we wouldn't be here at all.
Yeah,
We'd be-
remember that.
If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here. That's for sure. We got a lot to be grateful for.
Is he old enough for school?
Yeah, he's 9.
He's in 3rd grade.
Huh?
He's in 3rd grade. Grade 3, 3rd grade. But he
Yeah.
can't read. He can't
Well,
read
they'll
yet.
take them when they're 7 years old, but not until then.
Yeah. He's 9.
Well, you better start growing.
He eats, boy. He eats a lot.
Let them put some fertilizer in your shoes. You better start to growing.
Daddy's grandma, first time I ever seen her.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta really enjoy the day with her. Try to get us some good videos.
That tree there has been there 6 years now.
The cedar tree?
That picture of my sister that you saw in there, she's the one that sent me that tree. And she lived to see it about 15 feet.
That is a
Body of it.
oh.
I saw a tree in a woman's yard down south, and whenever it started raining, the whole body would open up. And he'd stay that way until it got through raining, and then he'd gradually go back together. And my sister and them had been living there for years, and they had never noticed that in another woman's yard. And one day I was sitting out there on the car porch, and I happened to notice it and seen it. And I showed it to one of the boys, and he called his ma out there and told her, said, "Come here and watch that tree, Anna." Said, "It's opening up."
Mm-hmm.
And the woman that lived in the house there didn't even know it until we told her.
Really?
I don't know what kind of tree it was. It was a big, tall tree. She said the name of it, she couldn't think of it. Says, "Mama told me what it was, but," she says, "I don't remember now." I'd set out, me and Louis said we're Seagram's here, but we couldn't get them to live. And I told my sister, I said, "He cuts the roots off too close to the body of the tree." I said, "That's the reason they wouldn't live." And he done his best to keep me from setting that one out. And it was, when I set it out, it was just about that high. And when it started growing, it turned red looking, the leaves a little bit. And he told me, he said, "Well, I believe the doggone thing's gonna die anyway." I said, "That tree ain't gonna die." I said, "It's a growing." And I said, "What's your idea for that, Louis?" Well, he said, old people said if you set a tree out, cedar tree out, when it gets big enough to shade your grave, you'll die. And I don't want you to die.
Oh.
I told him, I said, "All right, this year I'll prove it, buddy."
Uh-huh.
And I told him here one day, I said, "That tree's big enough to shade several graves. And I'm not dead."
Yeah.
I said, "You hope me to set it." And I said, "Hey, you ain't dead." And I said, "She dug it up." But I said, "That ain't why she died, because she dug it up."
No.
Look
Get
at that
down.
here.
Get.
People
The
want to get Danny
snake
a hug.
stayed in that stump. There was a black snake that stayed here. And sometimes he'd go out there to that stump on the other side there, and there was a hole, and he'd go in it. The rest of the time, he'd stay in the house. And one day, me and my sister was sitting out here on the porch, and she said, "Little Luke, come in there." I said, "Yeah, that's my black snake." I said, "Now, if there's ever a snake under this house, he'll find it." And in just a few minutes, one come out over here, and he's just about that long, and all the way down that snake from his head had a white ring around it about as big as my little finger. And what kind of a snake it was, why, none of them said they didn't know.
I don't know about that one
Because
either.
they'll kill rattlesnakes and all. I wondered how in the world that they'd kill a rattlesnake, but they say they'd get a hold of him and wrap so tight until they kill him. I know Daddy used to say they would. Did you all put the bitty back to its mama? I wish Lisa, Azonia'd hurry up and come back
Mm-hmm.
so you get to see her.
Like to meet him.
But I know she went first thing this morning, right after May and them left. And she must have went to the store down there to get her groceries. And then later...
We probably passed her.
Huh?
We probably passed her on the road.
No,
No?
she had done been, and I think she come back and fixed dinner. And Paul might have ate dinner and then went back that way, but I never did see him come back.
Have to tell him we're sorry we missed him.
Hmm?
Tell him we're sorry we missed him. Turkey Day?
Yeah, you can kill turkeys,
Oh,
Hunting season, huh?
wild turkeys, you know, in the woods.
maybe that's what they're doing.
Now, David, May said David bought a turkey hen last night from somebody. And they was going to put her in a pen and set her somewhere down there in that sapling grove. And then they was going to yelp to get her, get her to yelping, to get a gobbler's answer and come to her.
That's pretty sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
And then they killed a gobbler. Paul, one day, year before last, I believe it was, he shot one and got two.
He did.
Two gobblers. The bullet went through one, went right on in, and went through the other. Killed them both.
I think May might have told us about that one.
So he ain't got even had a turkey this year so far because the turkey season hadn't opened up. And there was a big bunch around here and a big bunch in the field there. And I told him, I said, if you'd have been here, you could have killed all the turkeys, you'd have bought it.
They
But
were right.
whenever you shoot them, they'll rise the rest of them and they go.
Have to go buy an extra freezer. Put them all in.
And one of David turkey hens and little ones went off with them. And they happened to find her in the pasture down there and drove her back to the house here to get her with the bunch. He said when he saw her, he knew good well that was one of David's, Levy's turkeys. And I was a-washing, and they had my clothesline out there behind the grapevine. And as I come back, I kept hearing the noise, and I got to looking down the corn alleys. And there's two gobblers down there fighting. One of them was fighting David's gobbler on the inside. And they said, I'm going to kill me a gobbler. I said, you won't if you go walking down there and show yourself. He said, why? I said, they'll see you. So I went with him, and I told him, I said, you stoop down, low down, and go. And he taken, there was some posters that they had in the corner of the garden on the outside there. And he taken that and got one of them, and the other one risen and went for the creek. There was two of them outside there fighting through that fence. So he got one of them. I told him, I said, you might have got both. Or you might have not get none if you'd come down here by yourself. I used to raise a storm of turkeys. And then you'd have a shooting match for supper.
Turkey shoot match, huh?
Yeah. Everybody go to shooting match. You get a turkey. That's the way they get it.
That's a good idea.
You'd have to hit that target right in the center. You get the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Go through here and take a picture of, well, you can't get through this here.
got a fireplace too.
Yeah, I love a fireplace. I like to smell that smoke burning them logs.
I told him I like a fireplace a whole lot better than I did a heater. 'Cause I could build a fire in the fireplace, you know, so you get the room warm.
That's true.
Of course, that heater keeps it warmed up. You see them things up yonder in that tree?
Yeah, that mistletoe.
There's 3 of them. That biggest one yonder is where Paul shot it off and left the other part of it up there.
Yeah, that's a
And
mistletoe.
it come right back out again.
That's the kind you hang over somebody's head and you're supposed to give them a kiss.
Yeah.
What y'all doing, youngins?
It's pretty out here. Y'all got cows?
Huh?
You keep cows out there? You keep some cows out there?
Yeah, he's got several head of cows in here. He don't never turn them out. He just leaves them from one grass patch to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got that field over there in the grass furrow.
I don't know. That must be something for milk. Is that for
And
milk?
they can go in that pasture out there, or they come in this one. They'll be going out to come up here late this season, because they come up to get their hay.
Is that a milking machine?
Uh-huh.
Is that part of a milking machine?
No,
No?
that was a boiler in the army.
Oh.
Somebody gave it to Lillie.
What was it, Mom?
A boiler in the army.
What? It's a boiler.
Makes steam, I guess.
That's a young camper tree right there. I told Paul, Doug, I want him to come and saw this stump down
Mm-hmm.
and get it out of here and just let me trim that tree up there and let it grow there.
What is it?
These doorsteps and that young'un had never been a doorstep in his life. So I told him, I said, you get the lumber. And I says, I'll tell you how to do it.
That's good.
So he went to work and got it all ready. Then he taken these two here. And I said, well, what you putting that for? He said, so you can pull yourself up on the doorstep.
It's good to have some rails.
Because I fell and I couldn't walk hardly. And I couldn't pick up my feet but a little bit so I could pull myself up like this
Uh-huh.
to get up the doorsteps.
Good.
Yeah, that's nice to have them.
Yeah, they're nice and smooth, too. Just right.
I tried to get Levy to say he put some to his front doorstep over there. And I could go in there a whole lot better, but I'll go to the door, the garage there, and go in there, and I got inside the house that I could haul to. Because I felt so doggone much into why I ain't broke some place up first. They was gone, and these was gone, and Caddy and Levy was gone. And I stayed in there on the floor. I worked myself till I got in the room. And I thought I'd get a hold of the foot of the bed, you know, and pull myself up. I couldn't do it because this leg was paralyzed. And I just had to sit right there until I was about to have a chill. Finally, Levy and Caddy come back, and Levy was to carry my pecans off the next morning. So he thought about it and come over here to get them. And he's rapping at the door, and I asked him who it was. And he said, it's me, Mama, open the door. I said, I can't get up, no, I can't walk if I was to get up. And I busted my head here and had 2 knots on top of my head. And, oh, Lord, I told him, I said, I didn't even know where I was at.
Scary.
And he said, well, how am I going to get in to you? That's the reason he put that in. If you close that door, it locks. And I said, go around to the bathroom. I said, that door's, I not got it closed yet. And I said, you come through and come through the door. He'll tell me because it's open. So he come in there, picked me up, and got me up on the bed to sit down. And I told him, I said, now when I lay down, I said, you pick up this leg and this one, put them up on the bed. And he did. And the next morning, he wanted to get me to a doctor, and I told him, the doctor couldn't do me no good. He said, well, what are you going to do? How do you know what you ain't busted your knee again? I said, no, I haven't busted my knee. And I said, you give me that walker over there, and I said, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I got up and I started walking. And I walked till I walked a soreness out of both knees. And then I was better. But I couldn't go outside or back in, because I couldn't pick my feet up high enough to come up the steps or anything. I think I fell about 11 times. I fell twice right there in the front room that Sunday evening. I'd already fell one time flat on my back that side of the heater. And Lewis said he went out in the yard one day to get something or another. I don't remember what it was now. And he said the first thing he knew, he was on the ground flat of his back. I know it like to scare him to death.
Yeah.
And there was another woman that lived across the street from him. He went over there to talk with her and ask her if she wanted some more greens, that he'd carry some mustard or turnips. And while they were standing there talking, he said the first thing he knew, that woman was laying flat of her back. And it's done so quick, it's just like lightning. You don't even know when it's going to happen. I went out to the clothesline the last time I fell. And before I could get back to the kitchen porch, I went broadside, just flat on my back there. And the pan went one way and I went the other. So I worked myself to where I got a hold of the corner of the porch. And I had a stick there that I was using whenever I was picking up pecans, and I used it to pull myself up. And I told Lewis, I said, you don't never know when that's going to happen. Well, I got two nephews that's the same way.
Yeah.
Dan Boree's baby boy. No, Brother Joe's baby boy. My brother's baby boy. He has it bad too. And another one of them had it, but he died. Something else he taken, and it killed him. And Ray Boree, he's one of them that goes flat on his back too. And I said, well, what does the doctor tell you all about it? He says it's all in of years, and there ain't a thing in the world they can do.
Yeah, that balance.
And that's what they told me.
That's where it's.
He said if we was to take them out, you'd never hear nothing.
Are you getting cold?
That's right. I just close the door. So I never did go to them to fool with them. I went to that head specialist when I had that arthritis in half of my face and this shoulder and arm. And he gave me some medicine to take and some tablets, and he told me that, now he says, you'll have some pains along. But he said, I don't think you were hurt like you've been hurting. So when Lewis got me that medicine to rub with, I just rubbed my face and neck, and my shoulder and my arm. And I rubbed it out and it come back into my body. I got it out of my head. That's all they can do is just do something to get you to move it.
Move it somewhere else.
Yeah. So both legs had went paralyzed on me, one each time. Hey,
Youngins?
you better not close that gas.
You didn't have to have them sew it. Them stitches. Scary.
First time I ever fell, I was in the grapevine out there. And I taken the heavy, and I started for the house, and Rita said, Mom, the next thing you'll take a stroke. But I just come in and snapped taking a stroke. And we was at church. And I got up and I couldn't see. I didn't know which way to go. And I was trying to feel my way in. One of the members, he saw me. He come to me, he said, Sister Boree, are you sick? I said, get me to the car as quick as you can. And he said, all right, come on. So he take me, when he got out on the porch, two of the women take me, and he said he'd go and hunt Caddy and Lillie, get them to the car to me. So I told him, let's go to the doctor just quick as we could get there. And he said if we'd have waited till the next day, I wouldn't have used none of them. But you believe me, he knew what to do to pull my blood down. Because Betty and her grandma come out here on Tuesday. That was on Sunday. And they checked my blood and it was going back down. May's gonna get Levy one of them things to check the blood with. She had hers with her here. And she checked my blood. And when I fell right here at the door one time, Caddy thought that's what it was, and my blood had popped up again. I told her I didn't believe it.
Now, who is he?
Huh?
Who is Hardy?
Hardy is Nate's brother.
Oh, that one there?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're old brothers to them. There was several of the boys and only one girl.
Oh. No pen?